Hello, this is going to be one of my condensed videos. Sorry, just finding the right folder about a local murder. Sorry, I haven't posted in a while. I had a lot of serious family problems, so not been in the right frame of mind to do any work, which is a shame because I've got a backup of cases. Anyway, this poor lady is quite local to us. My speech is going to go because I'm quite stressed. Right, as usual, this is going to be a bit, disjointed. But she's quite local to us, and it was originally a nobody MURDER case, but the suspect, they got a suspect, and the reason they got him on a nobody MURDER case is because obviously he's somehow linked to her, and they found a substantial amount of BLOOD in her house. Excuse me, hiccups. And they must have found other stuff. But what's really creepy is we recognise her and think she might have volunteered in a charity shop where I bought a painting once. Not 100% sure, but anyway, so I'm going to show you what I got. The matches, and there's probably going to be more. So if there are, I'll do an update. So I did my reading back in February. So like I said, it's going to be disjointed. So this is the lady, Julie Buckley. This was my intuitive reading back in February. And the underlined parts are what were correct at the time. But the most important bit is where is it? Oh, sorry. Where's the most important bit? I didn't put it on here. Oh, I did. Sorry, I'm really absolutely not with it. I didn't put it. I spent so long this morning making this folder. Don't tell me I didn't put it. The most important bit. Sorry, I'm going to have to do it now. I could have swore I saved it. Here! I'm so sorry. I'm really not with it. So this is what I put on 15th February. Isle of Ely Way, that area. So we've got this really long road called the Isle of Ely Way. So that was back on 15th February. And it says, police searching for the body of a MURDERED woman have found human remains in a field. And it says, oh my God, I'm really not with it. Blue Lane in Wimbledon, right? And if you look here, so this is Blue Lane. And you can see it in the top left here, where the pin is. And you can see it's off, well, it's near Isle of Ely Way, which is this long yellow road, right, which is what I said on 15th of February. I'm going to show you what these all meant in a minute. So it said, Julie Buckley, who was 54 when she disappeared, was last seen shopping in the town of March in Cambridgeshire on 28th of January, and after concerns for her welfare were raised in early February, police found BLOOD stains at her home in nearby Christchurch. Cambridgeshire police believe Hutchins, his name is Carl Hutchins, Killed, Miss Buckley on 30th of January, then used her bank cards and sold her possessions. And unfortunately, the video is gone because Facebook decided to delete live videos, so all my work went. And this is what I was complaining about. I can no longer look back on old work. Well, I can. I've managed to save them all, but they're all on various different SD cards, so I have to try and hunt it out, find the right video. But trust me that I said on the video in February that I believe he had sort of cuckooed her house, was taking advantage of her. It could possibly be that he was a DIUG addict or an alcoholic, and that I felt he was using her for money. That's what I said back then. And this is the card reading on 17th of February. I got the money card. So he stole her money and sold her possessions. Spookily enough, I got not only one card with field in it, but the other card with field from both my different decks. And she was sadly found in a field. I got the BLOOD card, and stains were found in her house. On the spirit box, on the same date, 17th of February, I got filled and whole. I don't need to say what that means. Also, I got boot, which in the UK means boot of a car, which in America it means trunk, but he must have transported her in that, right? When you look at the location. I got the Crossroads card. I got the car park card. Now, I went back this morning and looked at the location where she was found, and lo and behold, at the start of Blue Lane is a crossroads. And also either side of Blue Lane are car parks. There's a lorry park to the left, and there's a car park to the right. Look at this. Here we go, car park. This looks like a lorry park. So this is the start of Blue Lane, which was where she was buried. This is interesting. And Blue Lane, this lay-by, to me, looks bottle-shaped. It's probably just me. It looks bottle-shaped. And if you look here on my dice, in the middle, we've got the bottle card. And actually, on my reading, on my map search, I found another place that bizarrely looked like a bottle. Sorry. Please remember the bridge up there on the top right, because there's a lot of bridges involved in this. So, we've got the alcohol and DRUGS dice. I do 100% believe that's involved. And we've got the hills. That's circled because the culprit lived in something Hill Road. Right, going back to the map. Eastwood End. East. That's important because my work can be quite cryptic. But you'll notice that this east is off the Isle of Ely Way. Look here. Eastwood End. This is the Isle of Ely Way. which is the area they said, and the area I picked, east. Eastward End. See the yellow road? That's Isle of Ely Way. See the pin? That's where she was found. Because I got the west card. Now I know it's not the same as east, but east, west, they're both compass points, right? This is how cryptic my work can be. These are all places very close by. You can see Blue Lane at the bottom. We've got Ash Tree Close. You'll see why that's come up. And we've got Lily Avenue, also close by. Cryptic again, but Lily, I got the florist card, so flowers. Walnut Tree Walk, I said acorn, so acorn, walnut, both nuts. Car, large car park nearby. Florist, that'll be lily, flowers. West, eastward, so both compass points. I forgot to take a photo, but when I zoomed in on the field, there are a few barns nearby, but that's quite common. This one was interesting. Emergency services or military. Very nearby is tactics, personal safety. Dynamo dog walking. You'll see why that's important in a minute. This is Blue Lane again. This is the road. So she was in one of these fields, poor lady. And this is how I know why I kept picking up on dogs. Dynamo dog walking. Dogs was in my initial intuitive reading. Here we go. Tactics, personal safety is nearby, which is why the police or military card came up. Here we go. This is from my initial intuitive reading. I said dog hairs, dog lead, pug dog. And that was pointing me to Dynamo dog walking. Willow tree and acorns. Acorns came up. I was picking up on acorns because of walnut tree walk. You see how it works? Very similar things come up, and it all puts it in a picture on the map. So all these things are nearby to where she was found. Willow Gardens. I said willow tree. And this is where she was last seen in a shop. And I wasn't sure if that was why I was picking up on her. We were sure that we had seen her in a charity shop. But did I put shop on my intuitive reading? I can't remember. I'll have to look again. So this is the field. Then this morning I saw this article, and I don't know how I missed this. Hair found in water in no body MURDER inquiry. So I said, I have literally only just seen this today. I think it may have been blunt force trauma with a heavy object, like an ornament in her house, and STRANGULATION to make sure she was DEAD. Is that where he disposed of the weapon? So this was in March, but I didn't actually see this article. Tests have been carried out on possible human hair discovered in a waterway as part of a police investigation into a no-body MURDER. Julie Buckley was last seen at a shop. We know that. Carl Hutchins of The Hill, that's why the Hill dice came up, in Christchurch has been charged. Dive teams had searched water along the 16-foot drain between Bedlam Bridge and Boots Bridge. That's why the bridge dice came up, after a fisherman found the hair. The detective appeared on BBC One's Crime Watch Live to appeal for more information and for dashcam footage. And I'm sure on my video, I'm sure on my video I also picked out Bedlam Bridge. Can't remember 100%. And so it says here that somebody also came forward about seeing a car at Bedlam Bridge about 9:30 on 30th of January. It was in a strange position on the wrong side of the road. They believe they saw somebody throwing something into the water. It was out of the ordinary, and they noticed it as a standout situation. So it was parked funny, right? And they appealed for dog walkers, fishermen, farmers, and landowners in the area to come forward if they notice disturbed land, which might be why, what was it on the spirit box come up? Something about covered a hole. And also, I was picking up on dogs, remember? But this may be why the comb card come up. It usually means groomed, but this could have been pointing me to the hair. The fact that hair was found. And again, the car. Somebody saw a car. It was parked funny. Car. Parked. Waterway. The hair was in a waterway. It would have been in a drain, what we call drains here. They appealed. The police appealed. That came up. For footage or photos. Right, so that's what I found came up recently, and I'm going to show you some previous matches. So this is 17th of February. Right, this was why the bridge dice is important. The water card. Police divers search drain for a body. So these are what we call drains here in this area. We live in the Fens. Also, I'd said in my intuitive reading about here, bridge over a drain, 7 miles. And it turns out it was 2 bungalows 8 miles apart were sealed off. So that's quite close to 7 miles. Then I came to this garden, and I'd said a garden full of car parts, but I spotted what looks like a car under a tarpaulin in the back garden. This pile of rubbish under the window could even be old car parts or things to do with cars. Is that a car that's been hidden and parked in the back garden? It looks like it's under one of those fitted blue car covers, and you can see the wheel. I wonder if it's black. Why park it there when there's a driveway and what looks like a garage? Was this used to move her BODY? And I'd said something about an outhouse, hadn't I? Oh, you'll see it in a minute. I think I'd said something about a large brick. Here, an outhouse, a black car or van. Oh, I said head injury way back then, and or ligature. A large brick outhouse. Was she stored in there? Is that a pile of rubbish at the end of the garden? Possibly old car parts. These are the houses that were searched. And this was after I did my intuitive reading. Something drew me to look at the left side of this picture. It's then that I saw what might be a car hiding. So there was that. More matches I got at the time. So the Hills dice. Hills, the man who has been arrested lives at the Hill. And I also got the Hills card. 2 arrested in investigation into missing woman. And this is the house. A bungalow on the hill, Christchurch. That's just the article. And also I had picked up on Long Hill Road near the prison. I still think the prison is important. I think he may have possibly worked there or been in prison there, because we are quite near to HMP Whitemoor. Or he may have even disposed of the weapon up near that way. Flaggrass Hill Road, that's up near the prison. Helper, someone has been arrested as an accessory, and I got the helper accessory after the fact card. Oh, I said I saw a mound of earth nearby, but I don't think she's under it. It's just a landmark. And there is a hill, a small hill. This is what looked like a bottle. So I've had two on the map search that look like bottles, which is a bit strange. I said, wow, look at this, then look at the dice that came up. I'm seeing wind turbines and a bridge over a drain. And there's the bridge over the drain. And there's the bridge dice. Metal came up on the spirit box. A chain can be made of metal. And we've got chain bridge. Rings can be made of metal. And we've got Rings End Nature Reserve. These still could be areas, important areas, I don't know yet. Chain bridge, rings, thing, whatever that was. 3 holes, and I had the word hole come up. Yeah, hole. Metal came up. 100 Road, which is right outside the prison, as you can see. Metal is weighed in the 100 weight. Rings End Sovereign, that's metal. Oh yes, rings can be made of metal. Sovereigns are rings. Chain bridge. Iron Age 4, isn't it? Not that far away. There's a place near here called Stony, and the Stones card came up. The Chase. The lane outside the prison is called the Chase. Oh, that should say that On the Run card came up. So Chase and On the Run. Whitegates Farm. The farm card came up. I mean, that's just common around here anyway. But HMP Whitemoor. Cell came up, prison cell. HMP Whitemoor is not far from where she went missing and is out in the sticks where a BODY could be hidden. Obviously, it wasn't, she wasn't found there, but not too far away. cell, patient. Whitemoor Prison has quite a few psychiatric prisoners, I believe. I'd said during my intuitive reading a black car or van, car. Scene came up. Yeah, someone was seen. Oh, we now know that now, don't we? Sorry, I'm really confused. I know that now that a car was seen. That's the railway crossing. This is the train station. I said in my intuitive reading about train station. Silt Drove level crossing, that's to do with trains. Train crossing, crossroads. Train crossings have signs like this. Depart. You depart from a train station. British Rail could he be a rail worker? And I'd said train line. River Neen, the river card came up, and that camera, was he seen on that in his car? Because scene came up. What camera? Oh yes, look, there's a camera there. Sorry, I forget. I do so many cases. Dog kennels. I mentioned dogs in my intuitive reading. Where's the dog kennels? Oh yes, Little Acre Kennels. So, it's possible he's dumped stuff in these areas, or he drove round these areas. I said silver necklace, book of old photos torn up or burnt, and the library card came up, so that's books. I said book of old photos in my intuitive reading. I said book of photographs. I mentioned drink drive history in my intuitive reading, and the alcohol card came up. There you go, drink drive history. Dog hairs, dog lead, pug dog. And we've got Acre Kennels. So there was that. More matches. Oh, and I saw this and thought this might be linked. I've seen two news stories this week that could possibly link to this case. Mystery surrounds car found in Cambridgeshire River. Well, for a start, that's not a river, that's a drain. This is really close to us. 5 days ago, a car was pulled out of one of the drains in the area she went missing. Police say they don't know how it got there, but it's been there some time. She has been missing some time. Could this be linked? Car card. I got the car card way back in February. I also got the river card. Although it's a drain, some people would call it a river, which is what they called it in the article. Mystery surrounds car found in river. Helper accessory after the fact. If the car was pushed in because it contained her DNA, someone would need to help. I got this card in my reading. And the BLOOD card. Does the car contain her BLOOD? So it was pushed in to wash that away. Headstone and cemetery card came up. Most churches have cemeteries. This drain is in Christchurch. Dangerous area. The drains are dangerous. There were numerous comments from locals on that news article about how dangerous they are, and I'm actually petrified of them. Emergency services. Lots of emergency services there to get the car out. Field. Car filled with water. Plant. Was the car planted there? Boot. Was she transported somewhere in that car boot and it has her DNA in it? This was just my feelings, that they used that car to transport her. They took 2 cars with them, one to transport her. Then they took this car and dumped it in the drain, and then they made their getaway in another car. It's possible, but then again, I might be wrong. She has been reported missing since February. I wonder how long the car has been there. My intuitive reading from February, a black car. Someone helped in my reading. It says someone helped. Whitemoor Prison. You will see in a minute why that's important. I said a red small car. What else does this say? Haven't looked at this for ages. Oh, yes, and I felt this might also be linked. Excuse me. At the weekend, a prisoner was Murdered at Whitemoor Prison. This is near where she went missing. I checked to see if anyone else has ever been Murdered in that prison. No. So is that a weird coincidence, or is that also linked? You can see there what it says. And that was in April. So that's a couple of months after she went missing. So you only really need to read the top paragraph. But it's interesting how he was in prison for killing a woman. I was drawn to Whitemoor Prison from the start. I felt she may have been disposed of near there, and it turns out not too far away, or an ex-Whitemoor convict is involved. Could this man who has just been Murdered know the person who did it? Was he going to grass them up so they put out a hit on him? It's interesting he also killed a middle-aged woman. Nothing is beyond impossible in these cases. Could Julie have been one of those kindly volunteer prison visitors? Could have been. You know, the nice ladies that volunteer to visit prisoners to cheer them up. You know, because if I'm right and she was working in a charity shop, she's likely to have done that as well. But I doubt we will be told about that. Like a lot of prisoners, he may have turned religious and been disgusted to hear what happened to Julie, so decided he was going to inform on the person who did it. Or maybe not. Just a thought. So, and this is 16-foot drain where the car was found, and that's quite near the prison. That's the prison. It's not too far from us. There is a nature reserve. Could she be in there? Obviously not. I know that now. Did they drive her body there, then dispose of the car in the drain? This is another drain. You can see how remote they are and how close to the roads they are. And what I found weird about this drain is it looks to have movement in it. These drains are flat. None of them have movement in them. It's probably just a fluke. Anyway, I was drawn to this. Bathing sheds. What on earth? So this is what the drains look like. I'm absolutely terrified of them because they don't have any barriers and people die in them all the time. Not all the time, but you know what I mean. This is the car. this is the drain the car was in. It's along the B1098 road. So I drew it on the map. That's the road. The red dot is roughly where the prison is. The blue line is the drain, and the blue circle is the village she went missing from. And as you know, I'd already picked out the prison on my intuitive reading. Back in February, I was drawn to the prison. Oh, and I've done this again. Why have I done this twice? Here's where I was drawn to the bathing sheds. Is the car in 16-foot drain and her body in this one. Well, I was wrong there. I'm not always right. Cell came up. Prison cell, HMP Whitemoor is not far from where she went missing and is out in the sticks where a body could be hidden. Like I said, I was wrong there, but she wasn't too far away. Cell, a black caravan. I need to find it, but if you remember, I spotted a car under a tarp in the garden of one of the arrested men way back. Could it be the car that was in the drain? So she was KILLED. Her body transported in a car. She was either put in one of the drains or buried, so I was right, she was buried, near Whitemoor Prison. So it wasn't near the prison, but not far away. The car was kept at the house for a bit under a tarp. Then probably a few weeks later, the car was disposed of in the drain to get rid of DNA. Meanwhile, a hit was put out on the Whitemoor prisoner, who was possibly going to inform. I mean, really, a prisoner is MURDERED, and a mystery car found in a drain, both in the area she went missing. Is that far-fetched? I don't know. And I've pointed out the car again that I found, possible car. Yeah, I've already shown this bit. So, yeah, that's what I got so far. You know, I'm glad they've got him, but he can't have done it on his own. So, they need to find who helped him take her in the car and bury her, poor lady, and they need to find out what exactly happened to her, but obviously she's been buried for quite a while, so that's going to take some in-depth examination. I mean, he might as well just admit what he's done. He's admitted where she was, and they can put her to rest. But if I get any more matches, I'll do another video. Sorry that was long-winded as usual, and I hope you understand by now how cryptic my work can be.